Co-teaching is an instructional delivery approach in which teachers with different knowledge, skills, and talents have joint responsibility for designing, delivering, monitoring, and evaluating instruction for a diverse group of learners in general education classes. Both professionals are, whenever possible, simultaneously present in the classroom. Purpose of co-teaching. Co-teaching is an instructional strategy for enhancing the success of students with disabilities in a general education classroom. Reasons to co-teach. Both No Child Left Behind and IDEA promote the inclusion of increasing numbers of students with disabilities as full participants in rigorous academic and general education curriculum and assessment. This collaboration ensures a more successful program than an individual could produce alone. Both the general and special education students learn from the expertise of having two professionals.
Alternative teaching. In most class groups, occasions arise in which several students need specialized attention. In alternative teaching, one teacher takes responsibility for the large group while the other works with the smaller group. Advantages. May provide for mediation for students, may provide enrichment for students, may be used for pre-teaching by helping students learn vocabulary before they are introduced in large group instruction. Disadvantages. Too much alternative teaching can give the impression of having a separate special education classroom operating within the walls of a general education classroom. Can be stigmatizing if the small group is used only for remediation. As you can see in this video, the teacher on the left is working with the large group, while the teacher on the right is working with the small group. Station teaching. Teachers divide content and students. Each teacher then teaches the content to one group and subsequently repeats the instruction for the other group. If appropriate, third station gives students an opportunity to work independently. Advantages. Teacher only has to prepare half of the lesson's content. Students learn the material from both teachers. Disadvantages. Groups may not finish at the same time, requires co-planning time, requires preparation for materials for third station. Students may have trouble working independently at third station. Noise level could be a distraction. Can't use when teaching a topic that is sequential. As you can see, Teacher A on the left is teaching half of the content, while Teacher B teaches the other half of the content on the right. Teaming. In teaming, both teachers are delivering the same instruction at the same time. Some teachers refer to this as having one brain in two bodies. Others call it tag team teaching. Most co-teachers consider this approach the most complex but satisfying way to co-teach, but it is the approach that is most dependent on teacher styles. Each teacher prepares and presents separate portions of the lessons and the other supports while not involved with direct instruction. Advantages. Has the potential to capture students' attention. It's energizing. Opportunity for immediate clarification, paraphrasing, additional examples, etc. Models collaboration and good communication skills for the class. Disadvantages. Most complex model. For some teachers, the informality and the spontaneity of this approach does not match their styles. Takes planning. As you can see in the video, Teacher A on the right and Teacher B on the left are both delivering the same instruction at the same time.
One teach, one observe. One educator manages the instruction of the entire group, while the other gathers data on one student, a small group of students, or the entire class. Co-teachers can decide in advance what types of specific observational information they want to gather. Afterwards, the teacher should analyze the information together. Advantages. More detailed observation of students engaged in the learning process. gathering specific data related to a student about whom they are concerned in preparation for a meeting. Gain insight from another's perspective. Disadvantages. Only one teacher is teaching, and the teacher may not have the expertise or know how to observe and collect the data. As you can see in this video, one teacher at the front of the room teaches the entire class, while one sits in the back, records notes, and collects data. One teach, one assist. One person manages the instruction of the entire student group, while the other professional circulates through the room, providing unobtrusive assistance to students as needed. One teacher takes the lead while another moves or sits among the students to monitor, kid watch, do think alouds, request clarification, and provide assistance. Advantages. Ensures that students are completing the work when one teacher circulates. Keeps students on task. Can address individual questions. Disadvantages. Used too frequently with too little result. If a teacher spends too much time assisting, they can become bored and feel like paraeducators more than teachers. One person assisting can be distracting for students. Students come to rely too much on this always available source of help instead of learning to work independently. As you can see in this video, one teacher at the front of the room teaches the class, while the teacher in the green sweater assists the students. Parallel teaching. On occasion, students' learning would be greatly facilitated if they just had more supervision by the teacher or more opportunity to respond. The teachers are both teaching the same information, but they divide the class group and do so simultaneously. The advantages of parallel teaching: more student opportunities to participate and respond, helpful for review sessions, more readily address student questions, more readily monitor students' mastery of information. Disadvantages: noise level can become too high. Both teachers may not be highly qualified in the subject area. Requires planning to know and agree on the content of the lesson to be taught. As you can see in this video, both teachers are teaching the same math lesson. However, they are on separate sides of the room and have individual groups. When two teachers decide to co-teach in the classroom, there are important do's and don'ts to remember. It is important for teachers to work together, collaborate, and communicate. It is important to fully utilize the skills of both teachers, remain flexible, and have a schedule prepared. The teachers need to respect each other and build trust in order to find the most success.
In the classroom, there are some techniques that teachers do not want to do while they're co-teaching. These include acting like you know it all, learn nothing about your partner, being unaware of your own motives, being unreliable, late, and inconsiderate.